Today we're going to talk about Cholov Yisroel. Right now my friend, he lives in the Far East and he is packing up a lot of milk bottles to take to have Cholov Yisroel. We froze the bottles for him and he's going to be taking it all the way to Hong Kong. We're going to talk about the Isser v'Heter in terms of Halacha, the legal framework of rabbinic Judaism. Then we're going to talk about the mystical aspect of it from Kabbalah, mysticism, whatever. If there's some magical contamination in the milk that a Jew didn't watch the udder be squeezed. And then according to Hasidus, which may be a combination of Halacha and Kabbalah. You mind being in it for a second?
What do I need to be in?
Just show me your Cholov Yisroel. Hi, I'm a friend with a Lubavitch. Okay, he's not showing his face. Show me the Cholov Yisroel. You're not going to be in it. No, show me the milk. Show me the Hebrew milk. There's once a guy in Sydney, Australia. My brother told me this story.
Oh, and Yankee.
And he said, okay, this guy's taking a Jewish watched milk.
Big problem,
So he had a bunch of Bachrim come into his house, and his wife said, we have everything, every type of kosher. We just don't have Avos Yisrael milk. L'chaim u'levracha b'schus Cholov Yisroel sheb'mashpia shefa bracha v'atzlacha begashmis u'beruchnius hashpos ab the kinder nachas von the kinder sheduchim gesund parnasse everything good. The question about the keeping the Cholov Yisroel, the minig, because he's importing Cholov Yisroel like it's a delicatessen, like it's something that a special fish or a great wine from across the world. Is it a halachic prohibition slightly? Is it a mystical prohibition? Or is it a combination of both? Because I don't know a fourth option. And if you're worried about drinking from an unclean animal, if you look in the Bible, it's not a problem. It's just a question of holiness and purity. Certain animals were considered holiness and pure. Today we don't have the laws of holiness and purity. So if it's a minig, remember it's a minig of a minig that is a bylaw of a bylaw that people who spend their lives interpreting and making up things about how many mitzvahs and codifying and how many mitzvahs are there and how many commandments and what to do and what not to do when if they correspond to the amounts of what they thought was 248 in the body and the limbs and things like that. A bunch of old science is something that So the answer can come if you ask it properly. You ask, is this a halachic prohibition? Obviously not, because whether or not that Moshe would be alive today, that's his complaint, that Moshe would say do or don't do it, the fact is that the Torah world today have accepted that it's okay. If it's a Hasidic thing, meaning that lots of people from the Torah world catch on to Hasidism and they say, yeah, I'll be makbid Cholov Yisroel, it's good for my magical thinking, or maybe I'll get rich or something like that. So, in that case, you may... 20 is too cheap. Listen, I'm giving you cost price. So the vart is like this. The vart is... So I just want to finish off that if you want to know about Cholov Yisroel, ask if it's halachic, if it's mystical, because of course there's people in, let's say, Lakewood that catch on to Hasidism, and there's people in, and there's people that catch on to halacha, Hasidim, who are not really based in the halachic tradition of what to do and not to do. They're not brisker, they're not crazy about the laws, they're not prushim. But they catch on to this way of being makbid on if they're yotzer or not, and if you give a coin to a lady in shul, shaloi almanas kedushin, and you be makbid, and this hypersensitive, hyper-religiosity and hypergraphia and all these obsessive compulsive disorders that lead people to worry so much. So if that's the case, ask what is the reasoning, what's the reason, what happens, what component is inside the milk that you put into your coffee? Is it magical, supernatural contamination, or is it a violation of the code of Jewish law in the slight way? And your answer should be very easy to discover. Bye-bye, and thank you for watching Sheni B'Chamishi. Want to give a vart to the Chevra? Thousands of Yidden are watching. We're taking them out of superstition. We're taking Jews out of superstition. Isn't that the biggest shlichus we could do? taking Jews out of the fucking Avodah Zarah and the bullshit and the nonsense of our ancient primitive ancestors.
Still not saying the main thing. It's just
Milk
that is guaranteed that came from a cow.
Fuck the guarantee. Let me ask you this: what's the supernatural contamination in the milk? That's the question.
Just that it doesn't
So
come
for
from
that
anything
you're schlepping. For that you're schlepping to Hong Kong.
That's what